Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now Cyber Weekend offers are here and they're kind of shit, which I like, by the way. Just before everybody's running through the comment section, oh, KT1's complaining about everything. No, in fact it's the complete opposite. They're kind of shit and I prefer that over what happened at July 4th a million times over. So, this is not going to be a video where I break down the best values, in my opinion, if you have limited budget, or how to spend your 15k units to get to the final bundles, and none of that stuff. What is the cheapest way to get new rank 3? We're going to be discussing all of that stuff in the next video. In this video, however, I'm going to give kind of like my feedback and my reaction to the offers. And truth be told, for most part, I kind of got it right. The only thing in my predictions that I didn't get right was the fact that there's still no 7-star Awakening Gem or 7-star 6 stones. I said that there might be. I wasn't convinced and sold it, but I thought that there likely will be 7-star Awakening Gem. And that did not happen, which, you know, for most part, I thought it's kind of like 50-50 or 60-40 type of proposition. Other than that, I actually got it pretty much down to exactly the number of 7 stars that you can get. You can get around 15, 16 7 stars. From, you know, the web store and in-game. In-game, you can get like 12 or 13 7 stars. So I feel quite happy with that. And I also mentioned the Primordial Dust and 6-star rank 5 gems that we obviously do see sometimes unexpectedly. So, and the fact that there will be fairly large amount of gold sprinkled in together with Paragon offers and some of the lower tiers and stuff like that. However, and the fact that Reliquary came back basically the same as that July 4th thing. So, it is focused on 7-star acquisition for most part, for sure. And there is a mix of Titan crystal class, Titan crystals, regular 7-star crystals, class crystals. And I said perhaps an extra 7-star. There's none. The two things that I didn't expect though was number one, how shit the Valiant offers are. Like, they really are take it or leave it. They're not Cyber Weekend offers. This is the type of offer that would drop on a casual Wednesday, and I'd think about it. You know what I mean? It's one of those offers that's like, it's not awful, but it's $90. And for instance, in this here, so you get 1 to 2 gem and a Titan crystal, and no units for $90. Or for $100, you get 3,400 units, rank 3 7-star materials. And okay, yeah, less Titan shards, but you also get like a full 7-star hero crystal. So, you know, Odin's like way better. Like, I would buy the Odin over the Valiant special exclusive progression offer like 10 days out of 10. Any day. If I'd spend money, Odin it is for sure, not that crap. And similar in game, like if you take a look at the in-game unit offers, that final Valiant offer, you know, it's 6,000 units for a Titan Crystal, 4 to 5 gem, and tier 2 Primordial Dust. And again, don't get me wrong, this is the type of offer that would be solid, good, on a Wednesday 3 weeks from now. Or 2 weeks ago. Like, right now, it's like, you know, okay, you obviously want always more Primordial Dust, but keep in mind that we have been getting like 100 a month for free, and plus there's some Necropolis. Okay, Titan Crystals are rare, fair enough. And how is that 4 to 5 gem for Valiants? Like, what the hell's up with that? It's like, Valiants by definition are the players who have 2 7-star rank 3s, so they're clearly focusing on 7-star. Out of every single group of players in the game, Valiants are the least likely to give a shit about 6-star rank materials. And that's what they're throwing here. So it's like, it kind of doesn't make sense. It's definitely not, you know, oh, I must spend, you know, X amount of units just so that I have the opportunity to buy this. It's definitely not that. You know, you may or may not pick it up, but it's not like you're desperate or you're like, oh, you know, where can I get enough units to get this type of thing? And, you know, some of the offers are flat out abysmal as well. There are some decent good ones. Like, don't get me wrong, again, there are decently good offers. For sure, without a doubt. For instance, you know, looking at Black Panther Treasure, I think Black Panther Treasure is fantastic. You get 5 tier 6 basics, 5 tier 3 alphas, and 3 tier 6 class catalyst. I think that's awesome. I think it's solid value. Would, love some 7-star shards in there, but I think for quite a lot of people, 2 Black Panthers treasures are, unless you're chasing the rank 3, I think for a lot of people, the Black Panthers treasures are pretty much better. No, yeah, no. And yeah, the Odins, I don't think they're amazing. They're still miles better than the Valan Offers. But, the only thing that makes Odin kind of like really enticing is the fact that that is the way you can get a new rank 3. So unless you are one of those people who is chasing that, the next rank 3 and stuff like that, Black Panther is better, I think. And I think for the money, I'd even kind of want to, okay, maybe not Tony Stark's briefcase, but... And then we have the first 2 tiers of offers, which I think are complete garbage, man. I think these 2 for 5er and for 10er, go completely... normally, okay, these don't have a lot of value, but they would sprinkle in 500 7-star shards or 1000 7-star shards somewhere. Relevant materials, not in large quantities. Some small 25% tier 6 CC selector, for instance. The things that top-end players also would like. There's none of that. How many... And... Again, I'm kind of okay with it, though. Because last July 4th was absolutely devastating for the players. So I'd much rather them send, some slightly underwhelming offers. Because, let's face it, you will always find a way to spend your money and units on this game. And if these sales are not for you, there's going to be the banquet event. If you're not going to like the banquet event, there's going to be the next sale, next offer, something. There's always places where to use your units, and there's always offers to buy. The problem is when you feel like not buying these offers disqualifies you immediately and automatically, or not buying all of the offers. For instance. July 4th more than doubled, the endgame account size. By that I mean I had X amount of rank 5s and, whatever champions ranked. Just by whaling out in July 4th, somebody could have more than I had before those sales. So, relatively new account could easily overtake, years built up account. And that was completely wrong, in my opinion. And therefore, it created absolutely huge pressure for the top-end players to buy pretty much everything in order not to get left behind the dust. And it was absolutely moral shattering and devastating for higher-end players or mid-tier to, high-end players who don't spend much on the game, who spend, as little as they can, and still had relatively competitive accounts. And then they were just completely gobsmacked and overtaken. I know so many players who pretty much completely quit spending money on the game after July 4th or flat out quit. And this is not that, and I think it's good for the community, I truly do. The fact that you can earn 2 rank 3s and you can buy 1 here, it's a different dynamic. If this was July 4th, it would be like you can earn 2 rank 3 7-stars in Necropolis, and here people can buy 4. It's a vast difference. The things that I don't get again, however, is how they managed to make some of these bundles just so unremarkable. For instance, in this 5 one, I don't think it would break the bundle if you added 500 or 1000 7-star shards in it. At least, it had something in it. Zarlos loot bag, adding a 25% tier 6 CC selector over the tier 5 catalyst selector. It's who the fuck really cares about those now? They're definitely not an item that you really want to spend your money on. And, what's kind of tier 5 basics being included in this one's also kind of weird. There's a $30 bundle and it has tier 5 basics in it. Just some of these item choices are And, I think that's what they also did here. I kind of thought that this would be more or less the total amount of stuff that we can get. I just didn't think about we want 53k units for it. And truth be told, you could combine some of these bundles and they'd still seem underwhelming. For instance, we have 3,500 unit bundle here for singles. Like, would you pay an Odin for 7-star? Would you? Like, honestly. I did a poll. I had about 1,000 people watching me in the stream where I was reacting to these offers. And I did a poll, and within 10-15 minutes, I had like 300 people voted in that poll. 90% said no, thank you. It's like, And like, think about it. And here is a 500 unit bundle, 25 primordial dust in it, tier 6 base, tier 3 alpha in it. You could combine these bundles, and it still wouldn't be like an insane must get. Like, if this bundle cost 3,500 units and it had a 7-star crystal in it, like, would it be an output? No, it wouldn't. Like, that's how shit that 7-star bundle is. And there's like few more of those. Like, I'm not gonna say anything about this, past champion bundle, because we all have, like, many of us have champions from the past years that you're looking. For instance, if you're missing Hercules, I think this is worth it. If you're missing some other like key 6-star, and there are people like that. I've heard a lot of people say it's like, I'm missing Aegon, to do Necropolis. This is perfect for you. If you're not missing 6-star, like for me, for instance, this type of bundle is also an easy pass. I think it's fine and fair that it exists here. I think, again, at this point, it's themed for like newer paragons, like that you're missing, like, again, a very, very specific thing. Like if you haven't gotten Hercules somehow, or if you don't have an Aegon and you want to do Necropolis, this is great for you, but it's crap for 90+% of the more, top end heavy paragon players. And it kind of similar goes for the rest of the bundles. Like, some of the bundles I think are decent value, good ones, solid ones. Not like amazingly, must have, chase down. Like this one I think is fine. 1,000 units for 1.5 tier 6 CC I think is a great value. And I'm gonna comment on the best values in a separate video. But overall, I must say that these sales are on, based on our past experiences, this is definitely underwhelming. But this is more or less where I kind of want the sales to be normally, except with, a few different choices and additions. I do think that some of these bundles do definitely lack value and make no sense. I think you could offer a similar amount of total items, just structure them better. I don't think anybody would, scream if there was additional kind of like a 7-star crystal sprinkled in between all the Peter Parker's wallets and somewhere in these ones. I think they're close to, proper value. Is just that some of these are so bad. And that's good. Genuinely like, I can't help. I much prefer sales day like this than July 4th. And I think a lot of people will secretly do. And here's the thing. This is my opinion. I'm sure there will be people who have completely different opinion, who had resigned themselves to wailing out, and without doubt going to be people who do anyways. But for community at large, I think this is better. I think this makes it feel like a game more, where you actually should go out and earn some rewards, or you should go in that Necropolis and, earn that stuff, rather than wipe this away. And yeah, of course, you can swipe through Necropolis with 50 audience too, but at least you have to do the playing part. You can't just swipe here. And then, by having it structured that way, people who don't spend can also grind for those rewards. So I much prefer that over whatever Kabam did in July 4th. And yeah, I think it's better. I think these offers are kind of shit, and I think it's good. So that's my official opinion on these. And definitely, one skip him. I think, people can skip him. Nothing is, the world isn't going to break apart. So that's where we're at. And yeah, the last thing, speaking of web store, again, this is where you need to go to get your free Zemo. I think the Valiant thingy is crap. And needless to say, it's better for everybody outside of US, definitely, to purchase first from the web store, because you get extra units and it's cheaper for everybody outside of US, because it actually is, real life currency exchange rather than whatever the Play stores make. So this Odin, for instance, when I'm going to be spending some money and I will buy like a bit, but yeah, no, well, you know, this is just better and it will work out cheaper. Anyways, I'm gonna be off now because I have a video to record of the best value bundles. Alright, see you later, guys. Bye bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about